Hello pumpkins, it's spooky season. I'm excited. Let's get spoopy. So today we're going to be creating this set of nails on my non-dominant hand. So it's not perfect, but it's super simple and anyone can do it. So if you're a beginner, you can do this along with me. I want to say before we get started, thank you for being here with me. Be anywhere in the world right now and you're here watching this video, so I appreciate you. Now to get started, I have just soaked off a set, so I'm not doing too much prep. I say soaked off, I chewed off half of it and then soaked the rest off, so you can see on my index finger I've got what looks like a ring of fire where I've ripped a bit of my nail off. You shouldn't do that. As they say, do as I say and not as I do. Do whatever you want, but you know, if you know what's good for you, you won't do what I do. So my nails are all dehydrated and I did my cuticles and I've just gone in there with some base coat. You can see I'm all set up for spooky season with my ghosts and spiders. I've already prepped my tips, I've etched the inside, cleaned them all off, and now I'm going in with this solid nail glue, which I've spoken about before, that I absolutely love. And turning my little lamp on before I stick it on, and then I'm going to put this on at a 45-degree angle at the tip at my cuticle area, and then rock it down, making sure there's no air bubbles. And this stuff's so good you can let go and the nail stays in place, so I can check that it's straight. Wipe away any excess gel. Make sure there's no bubbles, and then I'll hold it under my little flashy lamp. And I'll repeat that process on every nail until we've got a full set like this. Ooh, spooky. Now that I've done that, I'm going to give them a little rub down with some isopropyl alcohol just to get rid of anything sticky that might be on there before we start filing, because it just clogs up your file. I went to file and then I thought, you know what, these are a bit long, so I'm just going to cut the ends off. I stayed silent then because I love that sound. And now I'm going with my 80 grit hand file just to get that shape back, that stiletto shape that we had. And you see here as I'm filing, because I am using my non-dominant hand, I hold the file with my left hand and I hold it kind of still, and then I'm doing most of the work with my right hand. I just find it easier when you're filing with your non-dominant hand to do it like this. I do it as much as I can just because my wrist gets tired a lot quicker because it's not used to doing all the work. And you can see there on my little ghost dish there that I'd laid out everything I was going to use, but in the end I don't actually use all those because I tried to do an ombre with black gel polish and it didn't go very well. I didn't like the way it was looking. And then I decided I wanted to do it with red instead, so we swapped polishes. I do use the Nail Reserve Aphrodite and that base coat there from Lavender Violets, but those other two colours I don't use. And I've swapped them out for the XJ, I think it's pronounced. Xeijay. I at the end, I think it is. Quite like that. They're so good and they're so cheap. I think I paid maybe £1.80 or something from Temu. It's the Nigerian in me, always looking for a bargain. But yeah, they're really good as well. The cat eyes, I've really been enjoying those. I've got a couple of them and I've used them quite a lot. They do have coloured polishes. I've not tried any of those. I've just tried the cat eye ones, but I am a fan of those. I like them a lot. But anyway, going through the filing, I'll do the same thing on all the other nails, and then go in with my hand buffer just to rough up the surface so it's ready to absorb some gel. And once I've finished with the hand buffer, I'm going to go in with my mini mandrel bit and just go around the cuticle area making sure there's no overspill of gel, and to just blend the tip in. And once I've done that, as always, dusting, getting rid of the dust because I don't like dust. Then I'm going to get a lint-free wipe and get rid of the dust even more. And when I'm doing this, I try to push my cuticle back because it's always creeping down. And then I'm going to go in with another layer of base coat, getting them ready to absorb the gel so it's got something nice to stick to. I'm going to do one coat of that on all of my nails and cure for 60 seconds. And now I'm going in with the Aphrodite from Nail Reserve LA. It's such a lovely colour. Really loving this. I think I've used it quite a bit recently since I've got it. But I'll do 2 layers of this, curing for 60 seconds in between each layer. Now going on from here, you'll see the black nail polish disappear because I'm not using that. And I did just go ahead and practice on that one finger to see what I wanted to do. I didn't record it because I'd recorded loads of that black gel ombre and then deleted all of that. So now I'm going in with the Xeijayi, however you pronounce it, red cat eye gel, and painting the tip and then using our ombre brush just to feather it up a little bit. I'm not worrying about the quality of the ombre too much because we're going to stick a big charm over the top of it, so you won't really see if it's perfect or not. Sorry, I've gone out of frame a little bit there. So I do one coat of that, feather it, then get my magnet, do the magic, whack it in the lamp. This is one thing, I was watching a video yesterday, someone else, I'm not going to name and shame. They did all of their nails, they used the magnet on one nail, went on and painted the next and didn't cure it. They waited until the end, and obviously by the time they got to the last nail, the effect that they had on the first nail with the magnet had gone. So what you do is when you use cat eye, you want to, as soon as you add the magnet to get it to do what you want to whack it in the lamp straight away because the glitters start to move again, just in case you didn't know that. Anyway, I did that for every nail, and then I went in and did another coat of the exact same thing. And now we're ready to add our charms. These are from Temu, I believe. They're in a mixed pack. And I'm going to use my extra thick top coat, which is you can use as builder gel, top coat, and rhinestone gel. So what I'm doing is using my tweezers, and I'm just going to dip the charm in the gel so that it's covered in it. And we'll use this as our top coat as well. It kind of like fully encapsulates the charm on the nail. And with like metal charms like this, you do want to go over them with top coat because they can lose their shine and their finishing, and they go a bit coppery. Obviously if they have stones in them, you don't want to go over the stones. One of these charms, the spider one, does have a big charm in the middle, so a big stone in the middle, so I don't go over that bit, but I go around all the other metal bits. And I'm just using my tweezers to push it around and get it where I want. This stuff's quite thick, so they don't slide around. Sometimes when you put big charms on, they start slipping and sliding around. And I'm going to repeat that process with the next charm, dipping it in. I think I flash cured the little finger just in case, so I didn't knock it or it didn't start to slide eventually. It will start to move eventually, obviously. It's not going to stay in place forever. And just repeating that process, dipping the charm in the top coat and then popping it in place. I realised I'd stuck it on upside down because there's a little heart in the middle, but it doesn't matter, just flip it over. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, there you go. You'll see here now I've got my detailer brush, and I'm just going to feather out that gel. There's quite a pool of it there in between the two little bat wings. just because you don't want any big lumps. I do want everything covered with it, but I don't want it to be all lumpy and bumpy. And now I'm going in with my spider charm and dipping that in the gel, and all you can see is my big fat hand in the way, but that's what I was doing. And now I'm placing it onto the nail and just using my tweezers to get it in the right spot. Now we're going to do the final nail, the thumb. Now this devil is literally a little devil. Let me tell you why. So you'll see in a second that it's got its two horns. One of them, for some reason, sticks out a lot. And I don't know if it was the same day or the next day, I was pulling my pants up and it nearly tore me a new one. It made such a cut on my bum cheek as I pulled my trousers up. Oh, it's so sharp. So that little SOB got chopped off that day because I was very annoyed with that. I don't know why they've made it with that one horn sticking out, like protruding out of the nail so much. Yeah, I liked the way it looked, but I did not enjoy that. I don't know if it's just this one charm. Maybe it was a bad one out of the packet. I don't know. Or if it was just literally being a devil trying to rip my bum. Anyway, it looked cool until it didn't. Now that I have finished getting them all in place, I'm going to go over the whole of the nail and doing a light top coat over the actual charm as well. But just making sure that that whole nail is covered in this top coat and the charm is fully encapsulated. I couldn't think then of the word. But yeah, I do love this tub of gel. It's so good for stuff like this. But what are you thinking, guys? Are you liking this set? It was quite simple, but I like it. Here's little Judy coming to get involved. She's so nosy. You'll see here I'm holding my thumb upside down, and that's just to level out the gel, make it peak in the middle. I do this when I'm using builder gel as well. Just gives you a nice little apex when you're using builder gel, but for this it was just to level it out and get it nice, making sure there's none on my skin before I pop it in the lamp. But there we go, isn't that cute? And the cat eyes cat eye in and looking all nice. There we have it. If you've made it this far, thank you. Do leave me a little devil, a red devil in the comment section and let me know what you think. If you haven't already, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I love you all. Goodbye.